I don't have anything. The only thing I want to say is this episode is brought to you by Beero, Tom Holland's 0% NA beer. He sent this to me, and yeah, we're sponsored. Cheers.
Oh, you know Tom? Wow.
I do know
cheers.
Tom. Zendaya.
You know, it's interesting you didn't send any to me, the person who doesn't drink alcohol anymore. You know, I thought that maybe I would be a good spokesperson, but
Right. Well,
he went with the alcoholic instead. So.
Okay. Easy does it, everybody. Golly, what if we just dive in? I don't even know. Right? I'm not in a joking mood, Randall.
Oh, no? Well, this is a comedy podcast, believe it or not. So,
Shit. We've got a great show for you today. This is, of course, Who Asked, the show where two young studs talk about stuff.
True.
What do you think about that? I'm working on my sales pitch for this podcast.
Oh, yeah?
What do you think?
To pitch
about
to
that?
who?
Investors.
I mean, if you got Tom, then
yeah.
I think, yeah.
This is Zendaya.
Right, yeah. She's probably the forefront of that. That makes sense.
Maybe on the next season of Euphoria, they can be listening to Who Asked.
That's true. And maybe I can be one of the kids. You think I could play a high schooler?
I mean, everyone else is like 28
30.
to 30 in that show, so you could do whatever the fuck you want. You just got to shave, probably.
That's
and maybe
true.
even
That'll
not. Who cares?
Yeah. Kids have beards these days, right?
Yeah. What is this show?
What's your
It's
name?
a comedy podcast, and I'm Aidan, and I host it with my best friend.
Randall Brown.
And yeah, we've got a good show. We got what's news. What's news. What? Oh, nice. Macklemore, what's he doing? Oh, sorry.
We gotta say that.
We have a bracket special. Don't worry, not the sport. We won't go too far into sports. As our mystery segment, Trivia Tuesday, You Asked, and that's it. It's Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday
You mean
night.
Trivia Tuesday, which is also release day Wednesday, but for us it's Friday. So
Yeah, so it's Trivia Choose Your Own Adventure.
Nice. Very good.
I didn't have a good enough joke lined up for that. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Shall we get into a little bit of what's news? What do you think?
What's news with you? And
I got a good one. That's why I'm itching to get into it.
Go.
Okay. So there was big news in the Pokemon world recently. I know how much you love Pokemon.
Boy, I do love Pokemon.
So, a Pokemon-shaped Cheeto sold at an auction. And it is Cheetozard. It is a Cheeto that looks like Charizard.
I was going to guess.
So, I want you to guess how much it sold for. And if you guess within $100, I will send it to you on Venmo 2 decimal points over. Not in your favor, trust me.
Okay.
I'll give you 5 guesses.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Will you give me a higher or lower on any of them?
Yeah. Okay. How about 3 guesses and I give you higher?
Fine. I'll take that.
Okay.
Well, my first guess was going to be that it was an Onyx Cheeto because they kind of all look like Onyx.
They do, yeah. No, I mean, it does look like Charizard. For what it's worth.
Okay. All right.
We can put it up right. See, look, there it is. There's the image of it right there for those watching on YouTube.
Perfect. I'll remember to edit that in. I'm going to start with a balmy 184.5.
184.5, like 184,500?
That's the one.
Lower.
Okay, so I was a little high. 76,000.
Higher.
Okay.
You know, let's make it 5. Let's do 5 guesses.
Okay. Okay, I can game this. 117,300.
Lower.
97,800.
Lower. That was 4 guesses, right? This is the last one.
82,500.
Nope. Sorry.
Fuck.
It was $87,840. Somebody bought a Cheeto for let's get back to that. This is a Cheeto that somebody bought for $87,000. Last time we talked about too much for a baseball. How about too much for a piece of
Cheeto?
A chip thing? A puff,
Would you consider
if you will?
it a chip? Yeah.
No, a puff. I think that's probably more the scientific word for it. But
is this person doxxed online yet?
let's see.
If not, let's do it.
It was initially discovered and preserved sometime between 2018 to 2022, but just recently went for an auction, obviously. Oh, it's even got like a background that looks like a Pokemon card that it's like on top of. There were 60 bids on the uniquely shaped snack, according to the listing. So the winning bid was $72,000 plus a buyer's premium for a total of $87,840.
What is a buyer's premium on a Cheeto on eBay?
Well, I mean, for that, what is that? That's $15,000 there. So, or yeah, that's a lot.
Like 20%
Yeah, I
buyer's
guess,
premium
right,
to
yeah, on a
fucking.
Cheeto.
What do you think that person's gonna do with it?
Probably put it in their Charizard collection. That is the only
With
thing.
their
You know, like when
Funko Pops?
Occasionally you see like somebody's like, oh, look at my collection. And it's like every possible product with that thing all in one room. And it's like, wow, what do you do with that when you die? Like, what do you think your family's going to do that when they find all of your,
Easy.
Funko Pops
Yes.
in your walls, in your closet.
You
You got to store
the
them
creepy
somewhere.
man living in my attic is just all the Funko Pops coming to life
Yeah.
every night.
Creepy. They're like the new age of like creepy grandma dolls. I think.
They are.
Like when millennials are old, their grandchildren will come in and look at the creepy Funkos on the wall. So
It's true. It's true. No more fucking American Girl and Russian nesting
Yep.
dolls. It's
Nope.
Funko Pops of Batman and Charizard and Ash Ketchum.
all the way down. Yeah. Yep.
And this fucking asshole with his Cheeto that he bought for $90,000. What a piece of shit. There's we've got enough money.
Yeah.
I think we've got enough money, except me.
Yeah.
But
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would like some too. I mean, if I had the money to buy a Cheeto that looked like this and I really like Charizard,
Yeah,
of
what's
course
your-
I would not do it, obviously. But
what price would you have paid for that?
15 max.
Okay.
I mean,
That's fair.
like, it's a Cheeto, you know.
I probably would have paid it and then eaten it, and it's probably what you said it was 2018, so it's
Yeah.
7
do you,
years
Do you want to see the
old.
picture right now?
yeah, I
just
kind of
sent it to
do.
you.
I do want to see it.
On Facebook, I'll send it.
Oh, Facebook?
Well, I just have that open, so.
Yeah, I deleted Facebook. Just kidding. That was for the meme. Oh, it does look like Charizard.
It does. I mean,
does.
you can't fault him. It does look like him, but, you know, it also kind of looks like any other dragon, so.
Yeah, you could say anything, but it's a spicy Cheeto. It's red.
Sure. Actually, you know, that's kind of a good point. That's definitely not Charizard. How did they get that into like the Pokemon? How did they get the Pokemon, like, how did they curb that? How did they, that doesn't look like Charizard. That looks like a Cheeto dragon, but they were like, oh yeah, it's Pokemon, which definitely got them another like $50,000 on this
Yeah.
auction. How did they pull that off?
What? Because you can just say whatever you want. I've been trying to tell you this
You
forever,
could just
Randall.
lie?
Yes!
You could just make stuff up and
Of
profit
course.
off of it? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, I take it back then.
Please buy our new Who Asked line of signed Cybertrucks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of signed Cybertrucks,
Oh, I see. It was a segue that kind of
it was
flopped
a
like
segue, which
Cybertruck line.
Elon Musk is now making new segues. Come on,
Right,
forget
yes.
about it.
Mhm.
Come
Ah,
on.
okay.
Ah,
So
jeez.
what do you got? What do you got? What's news?
I felt like it had to be talked about.
Okay.
If you live under a rock, you may have like literally you have to live under a rock. But a thing happened recently where a little bit of our national security was interrupted
Right.
by a group chat.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
So this is obviously the war crime breached group chat on Signal with our vice president, our defense secretary, a few other people talking about bombing the Houthis, whatever.
Sure.
It doesn't really matter, but they were speaking and they added the editor-in-chief of the Atlantic to this group chat and were
Yes.
talking about their war plans to bomb these people.
Well, before we go any further, I just want to say congratulations to Donald Trump. He has officially joined the group as a president who has bombed Yemen. That is, I think, the last 10 presidents have done that
Yeah,
or something.
I mean,
So
we're on a
he's in
fucking
the
roll.
crew.
I mean, and that's an American goat.
It is. That's what he does. You know, he just has not. I see people that have like free Palestine in their Twitter bios or whatever, and they're still like, unfortunately, what he just said was a banger. That was a good line. I have to give it to him. So that's just the way it is. Hold on. You know, I've just read one, so I'm going to find it just before we get into it. I have it right here. He said, Trump has named March Irish He has named March Irish American Heritage Month, and he said about the Irish, they're great people, and they voted for me in heavy numbers, so I like them even more. You have to like them. You know, you're not supposed to, but you have to like them.
Yep, I saw that. It's excellent.
It's unfortunately a banger, and that was shared by someone who had Free Palestine. So there you go. You know, it's... But,
it is a banger.
So the tweets.
The
tweets.
Or
the text.
No, sorry, what?
Yeah,
the text.
I was in a tweet, I think.
Did I summarize it well?
I think so, yeah.
Well enough.
And I think that... Well, do you have a favorite text that was in there? Like, do you have a number one?
That, Randall, was my question.
Great. Amazing, because I definitely have one. But you go first.
Well, I thought I might know yours. I mean, we talked about one, but you probably pulled a different one. And we didn't talk about this, so I know yours is just off dome. My favorite text from the War Crime Breach security group chat was this bit. Michael Waltz, quote, VP, building collapsed, had multiple positive ID. Pete, Carilla, the IC, amazing job. JD Vance, quote, what? Question mark. Michael Waltz, typing too fast. The first target, their top missile guy, we had positive ID of him walking into his girlfriend's building, and it's now collapsed. I liked that because the idea of this guy just being like 65 and not able to text right, and JD Vance staring at his phone long enough to then finally just be like, huh?
Yeah, to be like, I can't wait. I need to know what he's trying to say.
What? And he had to say, sorry, typing too fast. And it probably took him 15 minutes to type that first message. Had me in tears.
Man, there's our national security laid bare. My favorite was JD Vance right before the attack saying, I will pray for our victory. Yep. And, you know, that's funny in itself. But it was the fact that he got 2 prayer emoji reacts to his messages. I mean, I wish I got 2 reacts on my messages. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm kind of jealous of JD. It's tough. I mean, it's tough out here. But that one, along with the message from Waltz that was just the 3 emojis, like the fist and the American flag, and I think fire. I think that's what it was, right?
Was it also prayer hands? I don't know. But fist, American flag, and then something. Right. I will send a prayer for our victory. And the emojis. Yeah. It's so funny. Yep. Like this, they couldn't have written this in Veep.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be believable. It truly wouldn't be believable. So much of this, so many of these things that happen, it's like, if you put this on West Wing, people would have stopped watching because it was a comedy.
Exactly. And so I also, it reminded me, I was looking at tweets, unfortunately, which I deleted Twitter, and it maybe made me feel for a second like, oh, this has helped my brain. And then I was like, not really. I just read other shit. So no.
Right.
But you know who I completely forgot existed that tweeted something?
Who's that?
Tomi Lahren.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
She did a good job at fading into the shadows, didn't she?
And she...
Also, I think it's Tomi Lahren.
Really?
Yeah.
Tomi Lahren.
Tomi Lahren.
It's not Tomi Lahren.
I'm almost positive it is, which is why I didn't get it right away.
Don't care.
I know you mean the blonde girl who was just spouting nonsense.
Dumb bitch. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
She said, she basically tweeted that like condemning the Republicans. She was like, "Why is my party not just owning up to this? You know, I'm so sick of their act when things don't go right." And I was like, "Is that my goat, Tomi?"
I've seen that too, just even from some conservative friends of mine that are like, wow, this sucks. Like, I can't believe they did this. And then they go and turn to like someone who's the other kind of conservative. And they're like, we can admit this was a bad thing, right? Like, we hated on Hillary's private email server for a long time. So this is like 10,000 times worse, right? And then they're like, nope. Like, we don't know what happened. It could have been on purpose just to get public view, blah, blah, blah. It's like, how far is your head up his ass to say that kind of stuff? So
far, Randall.
Yeah. But that's not,
that's not very here nor there.
That's not very reasonable and reach across the aisle of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did have like a thought. You know those bowling alley memes where people get a strike and it's those videos?
Yeah.
I thought there could be a new one where it's like strike, and then it's those text messages from our national security coming in, and then bombing of Yemen, and it's like airstrike successful,
hospital bombed. Great.
I think someone could make that with the pregnant bowling pin
there's
or
some,
whatever.
There's some bad ones.
It's really bad. Really, really bad.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway, that's what's news.
That is what's news. Amen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, let's just jump right in the next segment.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Let's jump right in. Yes, I'm excited for a March bracket for the first time in many years. Do you want me to go first? You go first? What do you think's better?
Yeah, let me tee it up. So
Sure.
in the spirit of March Madness, we talked a little bit about it last episode, but Randall had the thought, it is March Madness, we should do some brackets. So each of us made a bracket for one another to complete that we will discuss. And they're each different. So Randall's going to go first. He'll give me his bracket. His is actually a lineage, so it's very exciting. And then I have made a bracket of things on my mind. That's what my bracket is titled of, just to give you a little teaser.
See. Interesting. All right. I'm excited for that.
So,
right.
Randall, do you want to share your screen?
Sure. I think I should preface this first.
Yes.
There is obviously, because out of nowhere, this is not going to make much sense.
No.
But there's this video game that most of us and our friends have played for probably, 15 years at this point?
I mean, almost, yeah.
Probably don't play it as much anymore, but it's a worldwide phenomenon. League of Legends, everybody's favorite game. And over the last probably 5 or 6, maybe more years, I started to notice these people in our games who would just make their usernames the most cringe thing you could ever imagine. And I don't mean like, the gamer speak stuff. I'm talking like they sat down and wrote something that looks like a Wheel of Time book title, and they were and they logged in, they were like, yeah, I am so cool. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. And it just makes you cringe. So I started writing them and ranking them. And a while back, I even sent a bunch to our friends to rank. But since then, I've doubled the amount that are actually in that. So I have now taken my favorites, seeded them, and then put them in a bracket for you to rank. And we will see what the cringiest League of Legends name is.
I am
Are you ready?
So excited for this.
I am too, actually.
I can't wait.
Right,
because
the tab.
I obviously have seen a lot of these names.
Some of them, there will be some
It's already so good.
So
it's already so good.
In round 1, we have Time is Like a River versus God's Last Sin. Who wins?
The thing is, it could totally be a 64-1 upset. Like, it could. Oh man, this is gonna be great. I can't wait. Time is Like a River, and we got to go a little quick, so I'm just gonna kind of run through these at first, and once we get to like the Elite 8, Sweet 16, I'll talk more. We're gonna move on. Time is Like a River.
I do have to put the screen back up. Time is Like a River. Done.
Time is Like a River.
Done. Okay, next up, Merciful Vendetta versus the Wayward King.
Merciful Vendetta. That's excellent. That's
That's pretty good
name.
Next, Wind of Time versus Shadow Legionnaire.
Can you zoom in again on this?
Sure.
Oh
Yeah, there's the ad. We love that.
300K women's Fortnite tournament? Don't mind if I do. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, now we scroll down.
All right. Yes, this is excellent.
Okay, Wind of Time versus Shadow Legionnaire.
Oh, it's so huge still.
Yeah.
Let's go Shadow Legionnaire.
You got it.
Legionnaire is insane.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big upset.
It was. End of Eternity versus Raiden of Storms.
End of Eternity. Oh, what's it? Raiden?
Raiden of Storms.
End of Eternity. Only for the fact that
it's so good.
that someone, was like, I am the end of eternity.
All right. Let's see. Oh, do I have to scroll down in this too? That's going to be awful.
Oh boy. Let's just do whatever's easier. The people don't need to see it.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. There we go.
Death in Silence versus Fear Genesis.
Death in Silence. Okay. Although I like the idea that Fear Genesis was just someone that's really scared of Phil Collins.
Yeah, that's fair. And Peter Gabriel, around every corner.
Right.
Next up, We Shall All Die versus What They Desire.
I love What They Desire.
Okay.
I love What They
You never know what that was
because
about.
what does that fucking person look like?
Exactly.
Is all
Are
I
they
can
what they
think of.
desire? All right. The Night Falls versus Powerful Poseidon.
Let's go with The Night Falls.
Done and done. A Woman Scorned versus
Yeah, no.
Only in Death.
Doesn't matter. A woman scorned. It just has to be. That's a sneaky Final Four
is. Yep.
contender.
Wow, look at that. Oh, here comes one of my favorites.
Oh.
I Am Unforgiven versus Slender Reaper.
It's just Kevin Durant's nickname. I Am Unforgiven.
Yeah, I mean,
You
that
clicked
one
it
was-
before.
I knew it was going to be. Okay. Sword with No Blade versus His Psycho.
His
Now, this
Psycho.
is, I do want to point out, some
a
of
bit.
these are couples that
Yes.
do a gamer girl and a gamer guy who got together and decided to make their names very similar. One of which being His Psycho and Her Asylum. So that's what His Psycho is from. So there's your context.
This is one of the funnier couple ones, so I like His Psycho. Although Sword with No Blade is silly. It's
Yes,
funny,
it doesn't. And that's the best part is that some of these try so hard to be cool that they end up making no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay, The Warring King versus Cosmic Oblivion. I will remind you, the Warring King's counterpart is the Warring Queen.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit about that. This one's funny. I'm gonna go Cosmic Oblivion.
Okay,
That's
done.
very celestial to me.
Yes. Unchainable versus The Wrath of Man.
Wow, this is a tough matchup. Gut. I'm gonna go with my gut. Unchainable.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have seen that coming, actually. That's pretty good.
I gave it a second thought, and Unchainable, like, yeah, it spoke to
That
me a little
energy
bit.
did it for you?
Yeah.
All right. Embrace the Agony versus The Masked Jewel.
The Master Jewel's funny, but Embrace the Agony is too good.
It's too, yeah. And by good, of course, you mean terrible.
Yeah, but
Okay. Next up, Moment We Crash and The Unbroken Spear.
wow. This one is the Unbroken Spear.
Has to be.
This one has to be the Unbroken Spear. It's almost I'm going back on like the Sword with No Blade, and this is the Unbroken.
the
Which
Unbroken Spear.
isn't that just a spear?
Yeah,
If
it's
it's
just a normal spear.
unbroken, like, what-
There's a story behind it, obviously. Okay, next up, Cull the Feeble versus the one named Death.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You
big
have the one named Death here below Call. Oh,
Yeah.
but Call the Feeble. It's just like genocide of poor people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a sense.
Essentially, just killing all the weak ones. Yeah, cull the herd.
The one named Death spoke to me more.
And
It
there
spoke
it
to
goes.
me a bit more.
Okay, next, Death in the Flesh versus the Devil Horseman.
I wanted Death v Death here, so I'm gonna go Death in the Flesh for
Nice.
the next round.
And the next round is Prince of Dreams versus Theoden of Rohan.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck actual Wheel of Time bullshit that is, but let's do
That-
Prince of Dreams.
That is the king from Lord of the Rings that is taken over by the.
That's gonna be non-ball knower knowledge for me. Prince of Dreams.
Prince of Dreams.
Yeah, Prince of Dreams. Prince of Dreams.
Next up, Sorrow's Revenge versus the Dark Spectre.
Sorrow's Revenge.
Done. And
Another
done.
sneaky late pick potential.
Blossom at the Void, Draconic Love.
They're almost the same thing.
In a way, I
Like
suppose.
if you think about it. I'm gonna go with Blossom at the Void. That's pretty. That's actually.
I think I'm with you on that one. I agree. Next, Last Breath versus Warrior Tempest.
Interesting. Kind of nothing burgers for me.
Last
So-
Breath doesn't do it.
No,
for
no.
you,
Last Breath is gonna win.
Okay.
But they both are like, yeah, you know.
Comparably, yeah, they fall.
Yeah.
They fall. Live to Suffer versus the original Chaos.
This is a good matchup. I'm gonna go with Live to Suffer, but the original, the OG Randall.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough
Yeah.
to leave there for
Yep.
me.
Well, moving on. God Has Fallen, The Trust Reborn.
God Has Fallen. Let's
God Has Fallen.
keep this show moving. That's an easy
yeah.
one for me.
Audacious Me and the Masked Knife.
I don't think I've known about Audacious Me, but
That's
boy,
a
does
good
that
one.
get me tickled. That's the one.
That's sent. Thank
That's a
God.
really good
I'll
one.
remind everybody, these are actual people. These are real people's usernames. You can look them up if you so wish. Next, My Poetic Rain and Unalive.
Just Unalive.
Just Unalive.
My Poetic Rain.
Yeah, that is the correct answer. I
Yeah.
think we could both agree.
Yep.
Next, Fallen Deity.
Fallen Deity, move it on.
March to the Sea. You
Yep.
don't like March to the Sea?
Fallen
I
Deity
like Fallen Deity is better.
is good.
The Lucid Aurora and Her Asylum.
I know I picked his Psycho. The Lucid Aurora is excellent.
Yeah,
It's
right,
an
nice.
excellently written name.
The Warring Queen versus Ominous Ruin.
Ominous Ruin. This
Okay.
is another big upset for me. I love
You
Ominous
gotta
Ruin.
send them through. Yep. Ashes of an Angel,
Ooh.
Archangel Hunter.
Wow. Yeah. Ashes of an Angel, because that is so much more like, I don't know, like Archangel Hunter could have been like a randomly
Sure.
generated name, but Ashes of an Angel was someone like, oh yeah, Ashes of an Angel.
Next, Roses of a Lover
Oh.
versus Urgent Prophet.
Urgent Prophet is sneaky here for a big seeded difference, Randall. Moses, please split the sea. I'm gonna go with Urgent Prophet.
Whoa, Roses
I
of a
know-
Lover out in the
Roses of a
first
Lover
round.
Roses of a Lover
Insane.
is a friend
Wow.
group classic.
It is.
It's
That
a
was what everybody's
classic.
favorite was before. That's what won last time. Out in the
I
first.
know it did. I know
All
it
right.
did.
Undefined Havoc versus Kings Never Die.
Undefined Havoc.
Wow. Okay.
Undefined Havoc.
You are not going the way I thought you were on a lot of these are upsets left and right. Next, We Are the Burden, Immortal Theseus.
We Are the Burden.
Okay.
We Are the Burden. That is another
some weird We Are
potential
Groot nonsense.
late one.
All right. Together We Rot and
Ooh.
Shattered Virtue.
I like Together We Rot.
Okay.
I like
And
Together
that
We
is it
Rot.
for the first round. We're
Really?
going to go
We did the
through.
first round.
Yep, just like that. So let's
Okay.
go back up to the top. This will be done quicker than we thought. All right, let me move your video. It's in the way. Okay. Time is Like a River, Merciful Vendetta.
Time is Like a River and Merciful Vendetta. V is for Vendetta. Remember the 5th of November. I love Time is Like a River.
Done.
Because I don't know what it means.
It is ever
It just always
flowing.
keeps moving.
It is
Yeah,
ever
it's
flowing.
ever flow. Like, whatever, man.
All right. Shadow Legionnaire versus End of Eternity.
Shadow Legionnaire is going to be my winner here.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. We're
I
going.
know, 49th seed.
Death in Silence versus What They Desire.
This
Tough
is
matchup.
an
Tough.
excellent matchup. They desire. Fuck. I think I have to pick What They Desire.
Wow. Look
I
at that.
think I do.
This is going to be your new username, I think, by the time we're done.
Oh my god,
Okay.
should I switch my username to whatever?
And then don't tell
this
people
is?
until.
Yeah.
The Night Falls versus A Woman Scorned.
This is why it's March Madness, because I'm picking upsets. A Woman Scorned.
And there she goes.
Yeah.
Scorned all the way
A
through.
Woman Scorned.
Okay, next. I Am Unforgiven versus His Psycho.
All right, his Psycho had its moment, but I Am Unforgiven. Let's not be silly.
Had to be done.
Yep.
Cosmic Oblivion versus Unchainable.
This is another one where I'm like, what were you trying versus I know
Yeah.
what you were trying. I think I'm going to go Cosmic Oblivion.
Sent and done.
I got the hiccups.
Embrace the Agony versus The Unbroken Spear.
Another Embrace the Agony. Let's
Okay.
let's
Yep. Mhm.
Yep.
Everybody knew that game was going to go that way. The One Named Death versus Death in the Flesh.
See, this is the matchup I was hoping for.
Yeah, this is
The
tough.
one named Death and Death in the Flesh. They're intrinsically the same name.
Sure.
But Flesh, I think, is a more evocative ending to it. So I'm going to
Yeah.
pick Death in the Flesh.
Interesting. Nice. I like it. I like the way your head went there. You kind of maybe even convinced me on that.
Yeah.
Prince of Dreams versus Sorrow's Revenge.
Prince of Dreams is your 2, huh?
Yeah, I have it up there.
Sorrow's Revenge is really funny to me.
It is.
It's really fucking funny. Yeah, I think Sorrow's Revenge is
It's
it's
sent.
like
It's
I
gone.
think that guy
Game's
like
over.
thinks he's the Joker.
Yeah, he must.
know?
He has to. Blossom at the Void, Last Breath.
Blossom at the Void. Last Breath is again a little simple
Didn't hit.
for me. Yeah.
Didn't hit.
Yeah.
Live to Suffer, God Has Fallen. These are two big ones.
These are two big ones, but I'm going to tell you what, Live to Suffer is bigger.
Wow.
It
Okay,
showed up.
it's gone.
It potentially hit a buzzer beater.
Overperformed.
Yeah.
Unexpected. Great. Next, Audacious Me and My Poetic Rain.
Is this the last
How
matchup?
poetic. No.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, this one's good. Audacious Me.
Goodbye.
Audacious Me. Fucking stupid.
Fallen Deity, the Lucid Aurora. I think I know where you're going on this, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
Fallen Deity.
What? I thought you were going to go for the other one. Okay.
Let me tell you what. I think just the fact that they put in Deity gave me a little
Sure.
something. I really was thinking I was going to lean to Lucid Aurora.
Yeah. In my bracket, I had Lucid Aurora going to the end, but nobody's bracket's ever right. You know what
Really?
I mean? So
I can see it. I can actually see it.
You could see a world where that could have happened.
Yeah.
Next, Ominous Ruin, Ashes of an Angel.
This is another great matchup. Ominous Ruin, Ashes of an Angel. Ominous Ruin. I think
It's
I gotta
gone.
go Ominous Ruin.
Sent it. Okay, we have a couple more. What do we got? Urgent Profit versus Undefined Havoc.
Let's go. Wait, Urgent. I gotta think. I just blacked out. Urgent. I think Urgent Profit's a new favorite of mine.
Okay, sent. We Are the Burden, Together We Rot.
We Are the Burden has to be.
I love Together We Rot.
I know,
Damn.
but
and now we're going back up to the semifinals, I believe.
no,
I know how
this
basketball
is
works.
not the semifinals. This
Okay.
is the Sweet 16.
Sweet. Okay. Time is Like a River, Shadow Legionnaire.
Wow. Here we are, huh? Meeting.
You
in
got
the
to start
Sweet
making the
16.
tough decisions.
Yeah, I really do. This is gonna blow my load. Wait, what? Shadow Legionnaire.
It's gone. Goodbye, Time
Shadow
is Like a River.
Legionnaire.
Tough.
It's good for me.
What They Desire versus A Woman Scorned.
Really, what they desire. I'll see you in the
Okay.
Elite Eight.
See a woman.
See you, woman.
Adios.
We did you last time.
I Am Unforgiven versus Cosmic Oblivion.
I Am Unforgiven. Cosmic Oblivion had a really good run, but I Am
I agree.
Unforgiven is
I'm with you.
strong.
Next up, Embrace the Agony, Death in the Flesh.
This is the first one that's really given me pause. Embrace the agony and
You
death
sure?
in the flesh.
Oh,
No,
you
sorry,
haven't
that was
decided.
me
Okay.
thinking out loud.
Sure. Do it.
Embrace the agony. I mean, I actually must embrace hardship, but
Right.
also I am death personified.
Mm.
And that's really what these two answers are talking about. Fuck, Randall, this one's hard. But I must move on. We got to go. Let's go gut. Death in the flesh. That's what came to me in the moment.
Okay. All right. Wow. That was tough. I'm glad I didn't have to make that choice. Next,
Yeah.
Sorrow's Revenge, Blossom at the Void.
Sorrow's Revenge.
Okay. Live to Suffer, Audacious Me. Tough.
Audacious Me has me by the balls. I'm gonna
It's
tell you
gone.
what,
There we go.
It
See
has
you,
me
Live to
by
Suffer,
the balls.
And it's gone.
It
Audacious Me. I don't even. That was in the old list. I don't know if that even cracked like top 20.
Dude, I don't
Anyway,
know.
Fallen Deity, Ominous Ruin.
Ominous Ruin.
Done.
And
There
you
it
could
goes.
argue it should have lost to the Lucid Aurora, but I think here it ran out.
I know Lucid Aurora is upset back wherever they are.
Yeah.
Wishing.
In Maryland.
Yep. Urgent Profit, We Are the Burden.
Okay, I think this was a make or break because these were two Final Four teams for me. So they're meeting in the Sweet 16, and that's hard. We Are the Burden.
Not the song, nope.
Urgent Profit.
Okay,
It's been a favorite. It's a fan favorite. It's my favorite.
there it goes. And now we're up to the
Holy shit.
Elite Eight.
When we get to the Elite Eight, this is real now.
This is it. This is when the big dogs come to play. First up, Shadow Legionnaire versus What They Desire.
Okay. It's time to put my whole hat on.
Yep.
I think I have to send What They Desire to the Final Four.
And it's done. They've done it.
I think what a run for this team. What a
Let's
run.
go ahead and move that over there so we can see. I Am Unforgiven.
This is
Death
hard.
in the Flesh.
This is a hard matchup.
Sorry to put you through this, but it had to be done.
Yeah, I actually I have anxiety. I think I have Aja. But this is going to be I Am Unforgiven.
Goodbye, Death in the Flesh. Never knew you.
Well, I did know. I did know Death in the Flesh.
Sorrow's Revenge. Audacious Me.
I feel like you know what I'm going to pick.
It's already gone.
Yep.
Audacious Aidan. That's what they call him.
Audacious Aidan.
Moving on.
Me is
Ominous Ruin. Urgent Prophet.
Okay. These are great matchups. Maybe you disagree. I don't give a fuck.
You're going to get a lot of flack for this.
don't-
Regardless of what you pick, someone's
know.
going to be upset about this specific one.
Urgent Prophet. It's another one that has me. It has me in a fucking chokehold.
And it's gone.
And that's it. We're on to our final four.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is
Here
this your
we
first
go.
time scrolling, or is it hard because you're
There's
so
like
zoomed in?
There's two scrollers, and I'm so zoomed in. Like there's the website scroller and the bracket scroller.
I
which is the real
understand. I
problem.
understand.
But we're up there. This is the first one, yes?
Yep.
What They Desire.
Hold on.
I Am Unforgiven.
Okay. Before the
take
final
your
four
time.
starts.
Yeah. Where'd he go? Oh. It's the only way to make the tough calls. I understand.
I got sick of the non-alcoholic beer, and this is pressure.
Sorry, Tom Holland.
Sorry,
He's gonna
Tom
kill
Holland.
that sponsor for sure.
He's gonna. I gave you NA
Okay,
beer for a
final
reason.
four. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What They Desire. I Am Unforgiven.
Okay. Let's talk it out. What They Desire.
Yep.
Again, who's they? After all.
The
But
other
I am
team,
unforgiven.
maybe?
It's me. I am unforgiven for my sins that I committed when I was 13 when I made this League of Legends account.
Amen.
The Rule 34 I watched of Fizz.
Fizz.
It's the first thing that came to mind, and it's not something I'm proud of.
Okay.
But I am unforgiven.
Your sins will be shown forth with them as they carry on.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, next up. Audacious Me versus
Okay.
Urgent Prophet.
These are two that were sleeper picks that I thought might get here, and now I have to make a decision. Audacious Me and Urgent Prophet. You've been really good to me. I just fucking love Audacious Me.
Audacious Aidan.
I truly-
Audacious Aidan.
I
the double A.
truly don't know what it is, but it's got me.
The double A goes to the NCAA championships.
But I'm just gonna let's be clear about what this is. The winner of this bracket is I Am Unforgiven, and I just want to come out. I don't want to play games.
So fast, you didn't even have to think about it.
I don't want to play games. This was a great tournament. You can't even pick it.
It looks like it's already done. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know
I'll
what
go
the
back in.
fuck happened.
That was weird.
Audacious Me was a perfect Duke Butler, and Audacious Me had a half-court shot to win the game, but it rimmed out.
And I Am Unforgiven.
And I Am Unforgiven.
Takes the victory.
It's just, and after all those upsets, a 4 seed for you won. So
Okay, this didn't work, but
Whatever.
Mary J. Blige, brought to you by Mary J. Blige.
cringiest
Okay.
league name. I Am Unforgiven. Reynold, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for doing that. That was great.
Thank you.
I didn't go the way I thought to, but a lot of small ones
did
that
you
I didn't
think-
think were going.
I was gonna have win.
I don't know. I could get you down in probably the top 4, but that's where my seeds were. So,
Right.
But
Okay.
Hey, all right. Well done.
Electric. And now it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
You may have forgotten I created one of these for you, and mine is the bracket of things on my mind.
Yes.
So let me share my screen for you.
Okay. All right. So, Jesus.
So,
First
this
few
is-
have made me upset, but okay.
This is just seeded in order of things on my mind. I did 32 teams because
There's not that much on your mind anyway, right? So
not that much on my mind. So it will be seeded in theoretically my order of 1 to 32. First is my fiance v Cybertruck.
yeah,
Cybertrucks.
I think everybody just wants to watch this matchup just to see who's going to win, but they know who it is, but they want to, Yeah, I don't need to get into this one. Everybody knows that your fiance Kelsey was going to take the cake on that one.
Yeah, she
Better
did
than
say-
Cybertrucks? There you go.
She did say if she didn't make it out of the first round, you were Done.
She would have killed me also.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
okay. Next up, what do we got?
We have yearbook day against Kappa Kappa Psi.
Like middle school yearbook day, elementary school, high school, I guess.
Like high
maybe?
school yearbook day.
Writing in the backs of yearbooks all day long.
Like junior,
Pretty good.
senior year.
Yeah, Kappa Psi,
Our fraternity.
doesn't hit, Yearbook day. Yearbook day is a fond memory for sure.
We thought we knew you, Kappa.
Okay.
Next matchup is the M dash.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, illiterate fool. The M dash can be replaced like with a comma, so it's a long dash that separates sentences or thoughts or.
Oh yeah, no,
grammar.
that's
The
called
M
an
dash
M dash.
Yeah, it's an M dash.
just called it
Versus
long
scuba
dash.
diving. I fucking love an M dash.
I do too. I just didn't know that's what it was called. I just called it long dash. So M dash. It goes again.
Okay.
Scuba diving. Why is that on your mind? It doesn't matter. It already lost.
It's a low seed. I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well.
League of Legends has entered the chat against Steely Dan.
Yeah. I know you might be hoping for an upset here, but Steely Dan, it kicks in. Sometimes it's like that dad rock meme where the dads hear the Steely Dan guitar solos from across the party and then they have to stop and just, air guitar it out till the end.
Sorry, I should stop going so low. Next up, fried chicken sandwich against conspiracy theories.
I like conspiracy theories here. I think that's better because I think your conspiracy theories are different than most people's.
Mine?
Yeah, don't take that as an insult. It was a compliment.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. I was about to get really mad.
I know you were.
Next matchup is the word slay.
Slay, yes.
Versus theory of evolution.
Theory of evolution is for chumps. Go slay all day long.
Slay. Charles Darwin slayed with the theory of evolution. Really, it comes full circle.
Yes. Okay.
All right. We have Chris Farley versus Bruce Springsteen.
This is tough. It's tough to not let your own personal biases get in the way.
Well, after all, it is
my own bracket.
Personal bias.
Yes. Well, Chris Farley's great. I was thinking about him the other day when he was almost the guy who played Shrek before he died.
Yeah.
But I have to go Bruce.
Yeah.
It's the end.
Okay. Yeah.
I just saw him give a speech the other day, so it had to be done. Next one,
we have seltzer water versus hitting a pure golf shot.
Okay. Now, this one will make you mad, but I don't know if you've ever hit a pure golf shot, so I'm going seltzer water.
Okay, let's... Don't take your dog shit golf game
Look,
out
I'm
on
not
me.
I'm not saying I'm good, but I know you are not that much better. So that's why I'm going to go with,
much better than you?
water.
Yes.
Yeah, but comparably, a pure golf shot, maybe you dream of something like that, but I don't know.
I do dream of it, and that's what...
What is that?
That is a New York City siren.
I see. Are the bombs coming?
My window.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
Dexter's mom from Dexter's Laboratory.
Okay, yeah. With the
versus
gloves.
the first Thor movie.
The first Thor movie where Chris Hemsworth had bleached eyebrows.
Yes.
That's tough. I think for now, we go Dexter's mom. She's always got the kitchen gloves.
You can't come back. It's not for now. It's not for now. It's forever.
That's true. But if you asked me in 10 minutes, I might have went the other way.
Okay.
So.
Okay. This one I really like. This one I really like. PC versus Matt commercials with Justin Long and that guy. And then one of my favorite white person sayings, "Newsflash, buddy."
Yeah, pretty good. PC versus Mac commercials is a lot like Syracuse, I think. Outdated, great in their time, though. So we're going to go Newsflash, buddy.
Okay, very good. All right, let's rock and roll. Next segment. We have sectional sofa versus tuba.
Yeah, I like a good sofa, but the only thing I like better than a good sofa is a good tuba.
Okay, there it is.
Nothing needed on that one.
Yep.
Come on.
We have taxidermy versus cities with lime scooters.
I hate taxidermy. I don't know why it ever became a thing, but I'm not going to get into it. Cities with lime scooters, I would zip around those places whenever I had the chance.
Yeah.
Those were great.
Yep, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Next, we have Clask, which is the Danish game with the magnet that we played in Austin or New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Versus old memes like Bad Luck Brian.
Old memes like Bad Luck Brian, how did they make it in the tournament? I have to wonder how they were on your head, in your brain to begin with. But hopefully
I saw the Success Kid meme.
Hopefully they were just happy to be in the tournament and they're happy going home in the first round because that's what's happening.
All right. He's fucking savage.
Wait, hold on. Look at the next one.
Oh, no.
What happened? Why do you have Clask twice?
Oh, no. Wait.
What's on your mind right now?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't actually think I can change it.
It's just we'll consider it something else.
Wait, yes, I
That's
can.
fine.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me think of something.
You sure that's the right one?
Yep. Give me about 2 seconds.
It doesn't look like it's the right one.
Yes, it is. Don't worry.
Okay.
Watch. See? Okay, I've got something on my mind. Vandalism versus turkey legs.
Okay. I do like some Vandals every now and then, and I don't really like turkey legs, so I think it's an easy choice for me. We go Vandalism anyway.
Yep. No doubt about it. I understand.
I like a little property damage.
Okay, last two here.
Shoot.
We have moon shoes versus socks.
Oh man, moon shoes looked so cool in the commercials.
I know.
This is a tough matchup, but there's nothing better than a new pair of socks. We go socks.
Oh,
it's done.
Wow.
Had to be done.
Wow, homie.
Okay, I see.
Sorry.
Marge?
Final matchup of the original 32-team bracket: Olives versus Syracuse basketball winning a natty.
Olives.
You're such a dog shit fucking human being. And you know what?
Is this what it's like in your head?
I knew it was coming, but you're still a piece of shit.
I just can't believe that there's no more depth to the things you're thinking about.
This was just things I was thinking of.
All right, fair enough. All right, what do we got first?
Okay. Sweet 16. My fiance versus yearbook day.
Oh, yearbook day's pretty good. This is a tough one. All right, I'm going to go with your fiance one more time, but after that, there's no safety net.
Okay. I mean, listen, you don't have to save her now.
No, but it's better. That is better right now.
Okay.
M-Steely Dan.
M-Steely Dan.
Steely Dan gives you the better feelings.
Yep. I have to agree with that one. Next, we have conspiracy theories versus Slay.
I think we still go conspiracy theories here.
Okay. This is actually foursome of things all in the 20s, so some upsets. And then we have Bruce Springsteen versus Seltzer Water.
Yeah, I hate Seltzer Water. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. I mean,
what was it up against the first round? And whatever. I
just hitting a pure golf shot because you're a fucking dickhead.
Right. I totally forgot.
Fuck you.
All right. Dexter's mom versus Newsflash Buddy. Newsflash Buddy. We're going up. We're taking the white people anthems. It's riding into the top.
I mean, it's hard to leave Dexter's mom because hate to see her go, love to watch her leave, though, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. Yes, the cartoon figure of a...
Easy. Come on. We're going to
snowboard?
Do this now?
No, you put it on there. I mean, that's... we're trying to figure out why you put this on.
All right. No, we're not. Tuba versus Cities with Lime Scooters.
I'd love to watch them be a same team, like a Steagles situation, but I can't, so I'm going Tuba. Tuba's up there.
Yep. No doubt about it.
That's going to be a tough match. Clask and Vandalism.
We're going to
go Clask. Clask is a fun game, and I miss it. The one time we played it was nice.
Totally agree.
Oh,
Socks Olives to round out the Sweet 16.
New socks.
Yep. Thank
Sorry,
God.
Olives had to be done.
Olives are fucking dog shit. All right, we have the Elite Eight.
Okay.
This is a good Elite Eight. First matchup, strong, my fiance versus Steely Dan. Now, you might be thinking, Aidan, did your fiance write Peg? No. Did she peg? No.
Oh, there you're gonna. I thought you were doing a thing where then you were.
But Steely Dan wrote Peg.
Peg, it will come back to you. Maybe it'll come back next year. Your fiance takes the cake on this one.
Wow. Okay, I didn't see it coming.
I haven't actually listened to a Steely Dan song in a long time, but
really?
I know
them.
But,
all right, Kels, welcome to the Final Four. However,
so this is going to be tough.
News. Yeah, this is going to be conspiracy theories. Bruce Springsteen.
We're going to go with Bruce.
Yeah,
that's an easy one.
Next in the Final Four, I have to pit Kels against Bruce. I got bad news. Okay.
Newsflash Buddy versus Tuba.
This is
the
good.
matchup I've dreaded.
This is good.
Newsflash Buddy. Boom, boom, boom. At the end of the day, the nice, endearing bumps of a tuba take the day.
Wow. Okay. All right. I didn't know if Tuba was going to make it to the Final Four.
I think I miss it. I think I'm longing these days.
I can tell.
I can't just buy a euphonium. You know what I mean?
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, it's getting me emotional.
Clask versus Socks.
Yeah, I mean, Clask was fun, but you know what's still better? Socks.
Okay.
You
like good socks. All right.
I guess.
Final Four. Let's zoom out. Let's get why is it so far away? Let's get a big picture here. We have My Fiance versus Bruce Springsteen and Tuba versus Socks. So just talk yourself through it. Don't be scared.
You know, I saw a video literally just today of Bruce giving this commencement speech saying how, you know, everybody's always going to shit on New Jersey, and that's fine because that's what they do. But none of the jokes are going to stop us from being us. And it was awful. But, you know, he's really got me in a hold today. And I'm sorry, Kelsey. I think you would understand.
Yep.
Bruce Springsteen.
We all understand. And then a 22-18 matchup.
Wow.
Tuba versus Socks.
Tuba versus Socks. I like Socks, but I'm still yearning for Tuba.
Yeah. And you see, this is... Okay. For everyone and Randall, every time you've ever said,
you and I are
don't
so
put me
different.
into a box. Don't put me into a box. I am more than Bruce Springsteen. I am more than your final is Bruce Springsteen Tuba.
I have that riding on the line right now, don't I? Some might think, oh, well, he's just going to pick Tuba because he doesn't want to pick Bruce Springsteen. Other people might think, hey, hold on. I'm
not doing anything.
And other people might say he's going to pick Bruce because he's a Jersey schmuck. That's what he does. He's, at the end of the day, my personal connection and experiences go to the Tuba.
Wow.
I'm picking that. Bruce, great showing. I'm glad he got that far. But our minds meet at the Tuba.
Tuba is the winner. The 22 seed has made it all the way and is the winner of the bracket of things on my mind. And you want to know why Tuba was on my mind, Randall?
Why's that?
Because we were together and I was thinking about the Tuba.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Electric.
There we go.
Electric. Okay. Let's do Trivia Tuesday, and then we're going to skip you ask because we're already in an hour.
All right. So, trivia. You first? Me first? What do you want?
I'll go.
Okay.
Hey, I'll go.
Yeah, you go.
Why don't I go?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, it's 1-0 me. I'm winning, and I'm going to go because I'm winning. Reminder, Trivia Tuesday is the segment where Randall asks me a Star Wars question. I ask him a sports question because we don't know about each other's lives or our favorite things.
Right.
So my question for Randall that's about sports is this. Who is the NBA logo a silhouette of? Your choices are Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Jerry West, Rick Barry.
Is the NBA? Oh, like the guy with the... No,
yeah,
that's not
like
it.
The logo.
Is it?
So the logo is like that blue and red logo with the white... No.
Can if I Google it, will it spoil it?
Here, I'll pull it up for you. You see?
Oh, I was not imagining correctly, but yeah.
Okay. That was quick because I think there were spoilers on that page.
What are the options? One more time?
Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Jerry West, Rick Barry.
I don't know who two of those are, so it's probably one of them.
Or I've learned how to fool you.
C, final answer.
Do you know what C was?
No, it was a 50-50 shot for me.
Fuck!
Oh, yes, let's go. Yes, all right. I'm in.
That's why I threw in the second one, because I was... I can't figure you out. I can't figure you out. There's no rhyme or reason to you. There's no rhyme or reason.
It's all luck, my friend.
Oh, yeah, it's Jerry West.
I thought it was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even fucking know. Yeah, they denied it for a while, but it's pretty well known at this point that it is a picture of Jerry West.
Really?
A silhouette picture of him that they designed back in the day.
Wait, so they just did it and they didn't like tell the guy? They didn't like copyright his likeness or anything like that?
No.
Was this like after he was dead or something? Because like the royalties on that have got to be crazy.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't get any royalties for it at all. It wasn't.
Fair enough.
It wasn't like that long ago.
That's
or it was
interesting.
long
I'll
ago.
look it
But
up.
after he played, but yeah, he got no royalties. That was like the whole thing. So, but it's pretty well known.
Well, now I'll forget after a week. Nice.
I know you will.
Very cool.
All right.
All right.
Fuck.
Ready for mine? Mine's kind of similar. Not really, but in a way of like what it was and what it wasn't, and you'll figure it out. So the one that we're talking about is Star Wars bloopers, in a sense.
Bloopers.
So the question is, which of the following is an actual blooper that made it into the final cuts of the Star Wars films? So one of these is a real blooper that is in the movies. Okay?
Got it.
A stormtrooper bumps his helmet into a rising door on the Death Star in A New Hope. B, Luke accidentally yells out "Carrie" instead of Leia at the end of A New Hope. C, Samuel L. Jackson's stunt double appears as Mace Windu in one of the final shots of The Phantom Menace. D, Jango Fett bumps his helmet on his ship's closing door in Attack of the Clones.
I can see all of these happening. I feel like I've heard a story about the Carrie yell, but I don't know if that story included it being in the final cut. I can also totally picture like the Darth Vader, the door open and the stormtrooper hits his head and they just left it in because editing wasn't real in 1972 or whatever the fuck.
9, yeah.
9, whatever, same year. Django, but you could be fucking me up with Django. That could be the one too. I also.
Do you want me to read them again or like a
No.
short version?
I'm okay. Man, they all sound like you can put a lot into your brain when you are like hearing it and just be like, yeah, that all sounds right.
Right.
I'm gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with the stormtrooper in A New Hope hitting it.
That is correct. Well done. Amazing. So even better, all of those are in the movies, but that was the only unintentional one.
Wait, they intentionally yelled Carrie?
Or it's more of that was the line is there she is, it's not Carrie. Like it is in the film, everybody thinks he's yelling Carrie, he's not. But so that one's in the movie, but it's not a blooper or anything like that.
I see.
The second one is they were filming in Italy in Phantom Menace and, can't get Sam Jackson to go places. So they just had a random black guy in Jedi robes walk up behind. It's like, it's awful. It's just a random bald black guy in Jedi robes with the rest of the Jedi Council. So obviously it's supposed to be Mace Windu. And then the last one, yes, Jango Fett bumps his helmet on the door as an homage to the first bump in the original movies.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at us.
Last week when we were talking about like the effects and the other things that they added to the movies when they re-released them, one of the things they added was a thunk sound when he bangs his head on the door.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
That's fantastic.
So there you go. Nice. Good point.
Wow. Great.
That was a tough
Both
one.
of us.
Yeah. We're going.
Wow.
We're gaming.
Only good vibes today. I'll leave it up to you. We technically have you ask questions, but it wouldn't hurt to save them for next time.
Well, we just did one quick one. And the last time I said that, you gave like a philosophy thought.
Well, there's one philosophy thought one, so I'll give you the dumb one.
Okay.
So this is you asked. Again,
You asked.
We will need more questions next time. Send your questions to pod.whoasked@gmail.com. Pod,
Please.
period, ask at gmail.com. Pod, I don't know what the fuck I said. You guys know the email. From Trevor, of course. And this question is, what kind of bear is best? And you probably don't know this, but this is like a famous question, an office cold open, where Jim is pretending to be Dwight, and this is where the Bears beats Battlestar Galactica joke comes from.
Right. Question: what type of bear is best? Yeah.
Do you want to know my answer?
Yeah, I do.
I just like fat ones.
Black, so brown. Any kind of bear, but fat.
Yeah, I'd say.
Like a hibernation-ready bear.
Yeah. The pictures when they come out with their shit all fucked up like this, and they're like... That's the thumbnail.
Yeah, when they look hungover. Yeah.
Those are my favorite bears.
I learned the other day that bear moms, their hibernation is their gestation period, like pregnancy. I don't know why I never put that together. Exactly. That's what I was going to get into because I've been watching Severance. It's kind of like she's like, oh, okay, hey, yeah, I'm going to go hibernate with my mate, and then I'm going to get pregnant, and then I'm going to hibernate for 9 months, and then when I wake up, my kids are going to be there. It's literally Severance done.
Nice. Got there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Eventually made it.
Yep.
So I say grizzly bear because they're terrifying and they eat people.
And you like that.
It's cool. I mean, it's
right. You're a dinosaur guy.
right. Yeah. In a way,
it's kind
although
of all
polar bears would eat you quicker.
Are really the scary ones
because that's what they say. If like a polar bear or I think a black bear too, the difference is when they kill you, then they eat you. But a grizzly bear will eat you and not worry about killing you. They'll just start eating. So you gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, polars, non-ball knowers don't know that polar bears are the scariest bears. But I feel like at this point where, if you're listening to this, hopefully you're not 16. If you are 16, tell your mom to listen, tell her sup, and then know about polar bears.
What? Where were you going with that?
I'm just trying to connect with our audience.
Okay. Our 16-year-old audience that wants to know about bears?
Maybe.
Don't worry. By the time the next generation is old enough, all our polar bears will be dead anyway.
That's so true. That's so true.
Our archive. That's all it is.
Randall, this was a fantastic episode.
I had a lot of fun.
I had so much fun. I hope you all stuck with us. People like long episodes, I think, right?
Yeah, usually.
That's what the numbers
say. Except for you, because you have to edit it.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not the only one, but it's going to be funny to listen to again. Keep sticking around. This is episode 4. It's been a lot of fun. We'll put clips on our socials at WhoAsked on TikTok and Instagram. Follow us, like it. If you follow us and don't like it, you're kind of a bad friend. I'm just, it doesn't take much to support.
True.
Just kidding. Not really, but just kidding. Anything that you have to plug, Randall?
I will just say that you will remain unforgiven for your choices in the bracket. That is all.
I am unforgiven.
You sure are. People are going to be mad.
I know.
Roses of a Lover out at 1. I mean, come on. No, it's all right. It's up to you. It's your bracket.
It's my bracket. It's my feelings. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Send your question to pod.whoasked@gmail.com. Do whatever else you want to do. Love you, smooches. Bye-bye. Have a great time.
See ya.